Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, August 15th or 16th. I can't quite remember. Today I'm working on collecting my brass and some of my copper that I have on hand. You can see in here I've got some pretty heavy-duty copper insulated wire. It's a single strand, heavy-duty stuff. I've got some loose copper fittings and valves. I mean, this is all stuff that was given to me on my last little adventure, video 1. And I've got some other, just it's all number 1 copper, and of course that piece there is brass. And I've got these 2 valve bodies here. This like a tub or shower assembly. You got your, your hot, your cold, and your shower. Which this is all, I'm looking at it, it's all solid brass and copper, but it does have solder on it, which brings the value down some, but like I said, still a good heavy piece. And of course, I've got this beautiful behemoth. This is what you call red brass or semi-red brass. It's to strengthen it, it's got more copper in it because it's a heavy-duty valve body. So this is actually worth more than the regular copper and brass pieces are. And of course I'm going to separate this piece. I'm going to cut it. That's rubber, that's just metal, that's metal. That is a brass body, but I'll throw it in. But like I said, I'll salvage this better piece of copper, throw that in here, and then of course on my trailer around the corner over here, I've got, of course you see my junky shed there. I got tools and computer parts and all manner sort of things. We'll see, on my little trailer here, I've still got my air conditioner units that I haven't I've been working a lot lately on my regular job, so I haven't gotten around to doing anything with. And I've still got this copper tubing, like this piece here. I'm gonna try to salvage this stuff today. Like take all this insulation's got to come off, of course. So I've got aluminum cans in here. I've got these sealed compressor units that I need to do something with. Like I said, I've still got to break these down, take all these screws and stuff out, so I can get to these copper aluminum coils, because they're worth pretty good money. And there's a electric fan motor. There's a sealed unit in each of these 2 units. Another one of these compressors. And I've still got the 2 condensing units that will have 2 copper aluminum coils each in those. So I'm gonna try to get to those. So my first priority is gonna be get this copper out of here if I can. I plan on making a run to the scrapyard tomorrow. So I'd like to work on this stuff today. So all I gotta do is take my son to school in the morning, and then I can go get busy. So. So and you see some of the spoils of scrapping. I got this weight machine. The weight's over there. There's a bar. Good weight to us to be valuable for scrap, and like I said, this bench that went with it. But of course that air compressor, it just needs a new switch. And I've got stainless sink. I got another stainless sink, but I'm starting to look like Fred Sanford over here, so I really want to get, tackle this and clean my yard up. I know my wife gets tired of looking at it. And of course, about time to make a little extra money. Son's back in school, so like I said, we got some great copper tubing there. A couple solder joints, but it's aged anyway, and it's patinaed, so it's gonna be number 2 copper anyway, so I'm not really that concerned with that. Come back around here, like I said, keep gathering more until I can get it done. See, my burn barrel's about done, so I'm gonna have to scrap it because I can't redeem it, so I had to find me another one. Have to check my scrap yard, see if they got anything for me, if they got any barrels, but had so much rain lately that it's safe to burn. I prefer to keep it in the barrel because it's just a more responsible way to be if you're going to burn something. So, and I only burn paper. I don't burn plastic. You know, all my plastic goes in a trash container, the dumpster, so it can be disposed of properly in glass. And like I said, I keep all my aluminum in my tin because it all goes where it's supposed to go. You know, it goes to the scrapyard to be recycled. So you know, try to be responsible with stuff. You know, we gotta protect this world for our future generations. I don't know where any of you are from, but I'm from deep in the south here in Alabama. You can't tell by my voice. I know it's been hot everywhere. I know it's been extremely hot here. How's the weather where you're at? And I know I gotta keep prayers out there for our people in Hawaii. Such a tragic thing. I just feel terrible about that because I know fire is just such an awful, painful thing. It's an awful way to die. And just for all these families, these elderly, you know, people that live there, retired to there, you know, look forward to spending their days there, and for something like this to happen and just destroy all these families. So we need to keep those people in our prayers. Yeah, never forget. And you can see that this is aged. This foam insulation around these are air conditioning cooling lines that run, you know, from a unit to a unit. They run in and out of a structure, and with the heat that these things generate and exposure to sunlight, they just deteriorate, fall apart. But they're necessary because, like I said, they can make or break an air system. And this is pretty dang tough. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, I've got a pretty decent little stash I've been hanging on to here. And it's not the best. Like, it's electrical wire. I've got a bunch more on my trailer, so I'm gonna hang on to it for now until because that solid core wire will be good to strip, so be more valuable to me. So I'll wait until I have all this, what I need to be able to do it. And I don't know, of course I know you hear that helicopter going over, but in the background you got my neighbors next door. Something been killing their fish in their pond, so they're out there doing a lot of digging with the tractors and such, and got dump trucks out there, so you might hear the sound of a motor and some banging and stuff. So don't be alarmed, it's not gunshots, it's just my redneck neighbors. But I'm blessed to have them. They're good folks. All right, let's see what else we got here. That's all tin, or galvanized, I should say. Galvanized isn't worth anything extra, so it can stay with me until a later date. I'm trying to remember if I got anything else in here that I need to get out. That's stuff from my tune-up I need to get done. I'm not really a mechanic. I got an axle that needs to be replaced on my pickup truck. Which you can see my truck over there. That's Big Ugly. It needs an axle and a tune-up. Just got my rear window fixed where I busted it out with a set of hand trucks or dollies. That was embarrassing, but it happens. All right, let's see here. See if there's anything more salvage off this. Take a look at this faucet here. If I can get all those pieces off. Let's try this. Let's take a look at this. Chances are this faucet is going to be brass, yellow brass with a chrome finish on it. Let's see here. There we go. And this supply line is stainless steel. Stainless, along with the sink is stainless. They're worth more than just standard metal because they have nickel in them, which is what gives it its anti-rust property. So that nickel's a little more valuable than just regular steel or iron. You know, you learn these things and start playing around in scrap yards. So if you want to, you'll take your time and, you know, work with your different metals and separate them. You stand to make more money. It is time consuming. It's a lot more work, but like I said, it's worth it. And that's PVC there. I'll definitely have to get that off. Tell you what, let me go to Big Ugly and get a file. And that's my dwarf lime tree and my avocado I started last year from seed. It's doing really well this year. It's enjoying this sunlight and rain. But we've had some real bad thunderstorms and lots of rain lately, so, and just a regular metal file. Like I said, we'll take this over here and we'll come back over here to these metals, and we're gonna do a little scratch test here. All right, everybody, let's get back to where we were. Sorry about the interruption. My sweet bride was calling me, so better answer. All right, that's a metric set. That's a standard. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is probably a standard fitting. All right, let's see. You look about right. Nope, a little too big. Let's try you. Like you could get a long handle anyway. Nope, not it either. Alrighty then. Too small? There we go. Alright, let's turn you around. There we go. A little break for you there. Yep. Here we go now. There it goes. There goes a grub screw. I'm going to save that 'cause I'll never know what I can use that for. So, is there another one? There, here we go. Come on. Come on. Alright, why are you being so difficult? I'll tell you what, let me take you, use you like what you're not intended for. There we go. Like I was showing earlier, out there where I hit it with a file, got a little gold shine to it. Now I'm looking at it, I don't think it is. I think it's going to be probably going to be zinc also, because I mean the oxidation and stuff on the inside of that is, I don't know. Nope, that's going to be zinc. Save it for another day. All right, now let's try it. And no, Irwin does not sponsor me, but I love their tools. All right, I gotta be more careful there. That's breaking apart. Let's see. Irwin's more of a electrician's tool, but well made, well thought of. Good versatile. Here we go. No, let's not turn this. Nope. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to take this piece out. That's brass, it broke off. Let's see, what do I have? What do I have? I have a mess is what I have. Big old mess. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let's see, I broke that ear off, which is not good. I don't know if that's gonna turn or not. Afraid not. Nope, a little bit tighter. I might not be able to get the valve body apart. Might just have to sever this piece and cut my losses. Bend the other way, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. There we go. So it's still brass. I mean, just the only problem you run into is you leave that valve body like this. This stem here is gonna be it's probably stainless, and so this will take this from being just good yellow brass to what they call irony brass, because it's got the irony metal in it, and it knocks the value down. I'm not real happy about that, but it's still money. So all right, now let me let me put my tools back up. Always put your tools up. I hate having to replace tools. Okay. Put you guys back. 3/8, half. There you are. Okay. Okay. Alright. Stick y'all back in here. Walk back around here and see if I can get some more of this copper. Then I collected a good self-propelled push mower that quit working from one of my regulars I picked up from numerous times. And I've got these light fixtures here that I got not too long ago. I've got 3 of them. I can take this middle part out and I'll get the ballast out, because the ballast are haven't priced in a while, but probably 10 cents to 12 cents a pound is just for those, and they've got good weight to them. And in a second, my trailer light, I gotta fix that. So yippee. All right, folks. Well, you get the gist of it. I'm not gonna bore you with this. I'm gonna finish breaking this down, and then probably take a look at this other sink, see what I can do with it. Because some of the stuff's just being stubborn today. And then we'll load up, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a run, I guess, to the scrapyard and sell this stuff. I'd much rather wait till I can get the air conditioners broke down, but I don't think I have, all the stuff I have on my trailer and stuff, it's gonna be a real pain to get all that stuff unloaded by myself, because my son's in school. So, because my business is Williams & Son, free scrap removal, and he's the son. He's a good, strong, strapping young lad. So I will continue this video in a little while. So, I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but it's nice and yellow. That's yellow brass. Okay, the handle does not actually, yeah, the handle is not brass, and neither is the base. And this is going to be plastic over here. This is plastic, so I need to get rid of this. That's brass. That is brass. That's brass, and that's brass. The rest of this is plastic or actually, I take that back. Now I can see better. This is brass. It's just chromed brass. So I have to take this valve body apart once I get this cover off. I'll probably have to get an Allen wrench to this and get this cover off. There we go. Yeah, I had to get an Allen wrench to get in this hole to be able to take this handle off. That is in fact brass, so it's definitely worth taking off, because brass is has copper in it, so it's a good valuable metal. It pays a lot better than steel does, but so the best metal I think I've ever come across as far as value goes is tungsten, or tungsten carbide, which is used a lot in milling machines that mill other metals, because it's a very hard metal. It's harder than steel. It's like I said, I usually get about $10 a pound for it, but it's very hard to come across, because most people know its value and don't get rid of it. So like I said, if you can get lucky, which doesn't happen often. So let's see here, what are you? That is not brass. That's probably stainless. So we'll throw that aside for another day. All right, let's see here. Now I gotta try to get, let's see, take these pieces off. These are what holds your faucet in. There's several different styles. Sometimes they'll have a metal collar around this piece, and they got a special wrench just for that. It has a head that pivots. It's a long stem, and you can it's called an under sink tool, and you can reach under, and that head turns where you can grab it from the side and turn it. It's kind of awkward. It's a funny looking tool, but it's very necessary. And of course this thing doesn't want to come off. All right, come on. Come on, buddy, work with me. All right, that's not doing anything. Okay, when in doubt, break it. Yeah, save a little time. Now, what are we waiting on here now? Bend these in a little bit better. There we go. Got that. Do I have a knife? Not handy. I'm the world's worst person about keeping a knife. I always have a saw blade. There we go. All right, so now we got a stainless sink that's good to go. Got pretty much all the junk off of it. All right, like I said, this piece here is just not brass. It's probably zinc. So we'll just put it aside for another day. Now, if I can find my my wrenches, that's gonna take a minute. I'm not real sure where I put them. Okay. I think I have an idea where they are. they're gonna be in this big mechanics tool set here. Let's see. Well, folks, not the mother load, but not bad for just taking a little bit of time to separate that copper and brass. You know, it took me about 20 minutes to get to the scrapyard from where I live, and it took me, I don't know, 5 minutes to unload and separate it on the pallet. So I'm pretty satisfied. It's been give you a look inside Big Ugly here. The radio doesn't work. My door panel's missing. I just got my windows fixed. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. My wife's calling.